So, a fascinating phenomenon here as we enter the first break of this Republican debate in Iowa, a couple of days before the Iowa caucus. So, Donald Trump obviously didn't show up, and one part of the dynamic here is what John pointed out during our live coverage, which is now they're referring to Cruz as if he is the leader in the race, because he is the leader among the Republicans that are on that stage. So now everything is a relationship to, well, Ted Cruz said this, how do you respond? Senator Cruz, he's gotten the most airtime. He's in the middle. So it elevates his status. So that's a great observation by John, and it's both obvious and a little subconscious at the same time. It gives a feeling of leadership, et cetera. Now, the other thing that's happening is I think that they're looking at, I don't know if I'm over extrapolating this, curious what you guys think. The debate feels a little empty. I started to get bored within the first segment, right? And so I was like, I wonder if by not being here, Trump has gained a little bit of an advantage. Like, without Trump, these guys just look like schleps.
I'm sure both those things are true. I mean, inevitably, he had all the energy in the room, and then he's not in the room, so there's less energy in the room. But to John's point, a point we made yesterday on Old School when we were talking with Wes Clark Jr., that it unquestionably gives an opportunity, and the obvious opportunity there is for Cruz because they'll all focus on him, but it gives them all an opportunity to shine, and I would never have done it. I would never, considering Trump had really nothing to fear, had never had an unsuccessful debate. He just varied in terms of goodness, from performance point of view, not in terms of if sanity would prevail. But so I just wouldn't have given an opportunity for other people to do this, even though it was unquestionably a big boss, look who's in charge move. I think the downsides outweighed those upsides, but we'll find out.
I never would have thought that I would be appreciative that Donald Trump was in the race, and I am for one thing, is that he's going up against Fox News, and he's winning. And it's funny to see somebody win. And why is there only one conservative news network? There is, because there's only 6 media companies. I get it. So that's why it's answer my own question. But it's fun to watch somebody push back against them and win. And it makes all the rest of the guys who won't do that look like even bigger pussies.
It does. And it's not the first time that he's sort of shined with a moment of clarity. I mean, as hideous as he's been and as Gestapo-like as he's been, he's the guy who said in the beginning, well, they take my calls because they know I give them money because then they'll take my calls, they'll do what I want. That's how politics works. I don't know whether you people know that. I mean, that was the first sign that I was like, wow, in the midst of, serious sort of venom and hatred are truisms that you don't get from another candidate.
So, I mean, that's what the people who like him like about him, they say anyway, and then they just ignore all the other stuff that we can't ignore.
That's right.
I think that both the other candidates are going to sort of perhaps subconsciously turn to Cruz as the new biggest guy on the actual stage. But I think that we've already seen the moderators doing that. The moderators, there's this dynamic that they want to have with the people on the stage, and they want the people on the stage to have with each other. And it requires a leader to pit the others against. And I think that because Trump's not there, and they can't actually just keep asking questions about him, I think that is going to benefit Cruz. I think that maybe he won the war, and I'm actually surprised he didn't show up. But I can't imagine how this is going to help him.
How it helps Trump?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they all gang as
I think he's
liberal straw man at liberal straw man on Twitter is pointing out, if everybody gangs up on Cruz, that theoretically helps Trump.
I'm not sure it does.
It might make Cruz look strong.
It could. We don't. It's possible we don't know.